Hello everyone, welcome back to Feed the Beast Magic Pack. This is my Let's Play series and I'm Truculent. It's a beautiful day in Minecraft. I'll show you guys my machine room. I finally got it set up pretty good for now. It's not the best it could be, but it's a pretty good setup. I'll show you what I got. And then we'll move into doing some items in Thaumcraft. So, what we have here is a lot of different machines, chests. These are hoppers. Just want to start out with the power supply. So what I have are 5 hobbyist steam engines. The reason I use the hobbyist engines is that they're very efficient with fuel. They're around 8 times more efficient than a normal steam engine when using charcoal. So this piece of charcoal here, I started out with 8 charcoal. It's down to 4. I think it'll burn around 20 minutes total for 4 pieces of charcoal. It's quite a long time. I'll do the math and put a note on the video. So what these engines are doing is generating Minecraft joules. They are entering these conduits and being piped into this redstone energy cell, which works as a battery for Minecraft joules. So you can see you can set the input and output. Right now I just have it set to max because I don't have any reason to throttle it, but you can use that feature to split power evenly between different areas of your base if you had multiple workshops or something like that. It's important to note the little arrow on this conduit is very important. There's an arrow here and an orange bar, so the arrow is pointing away from the engine, which means that the engine can transmit power into the conduit. This blue bar with the arrow pointing in means the energy is going to go into the redstone energy cell, and likewise on the other side the arrow is pointing out, and it's orange, meaning power will leave from that side of the energy cell. And then it will flow into these machines, which all have blue bars with arrows pointing into them. So that's pretty important, and if your machines aren't working, probably because you have one of these arrows turned incorrectly, you can change them with a wrench just by clicking it on the conduit itself, just like that. So here I could flip it this way, and then this engine will no longer output any power into my network. So if your engines aren't working or not powering your machines, you probably have the arrows pointing wrong. Okay, so on to the machines themselves. The first machine here is a sawmill. What the sawmill will do is make wood into planks. It also has a lot of other recipes. Now you can see it did its operation, but nothing happened, apparently, because I have the orange output set to go to the left side of the machine. So anything that appears in these orange boxes will automatically come out inside of the machine. In that case, we got 6 spruce planks and 1 gunpowder, or 1 sawdust rather, from 1 spruce log. Now normally you would directly craft 1 piece of log into 4 planks, so you get a nice little bonus of 2 extra planks. And also you get sawdust, which can be used to make a compressed sawdust, which can then be smelted into charcoal. So you get both extra planks and charcoal from a stack of wood. How cool is that? Now the purpose of this hopper on top is if I want to make multiple items go into my sawmill, I can simply put them in here. This hopper will attempt to fill anything below it, and it'll go into this blue side, which is what is on top of the machine. So you can see all the planks I put into the hopper have now gone to the machine and are being happily sawmilled into planks and sawdust. Alright, not super useful on the sawmill, as you don't generally need to saw up a bunch of logs, but it's there just in case you need it. Now the next machine here is actually a set of 4 machines that work together to smelt ore into multiple ingots. It starts out here on the left side. This machine is called Igneous Extruder. It makes cobblestone with lava and water. So I had to put lava and water into this machine, and then after that it will simply make cobblestone all day. It doesn't take any power to do so, and it doesn't take any lava or water. If you want to make stone, it takes a little bit of lava and water. If you want to make obsidian, it will take 1 bucket of lava, water, and 1 bucket of lava, just like you would make obsidian in the world, out in the world when you dump water onto lava. So you can see here it won't actually do anything because it has cobblestone in the slot, but if I took it out, it would make 1 block of obsidian and use my bucket of water and lava. I don't want to do that, so I'm going to leave it back on cobblestone. Now why am I making cobblestone, you might ask? Well, the cobblestone leaves the bottom of the machine, orange, see, goes into this machine, the pulverizer. Cobblestone And a pulverizer will make sand. As you can see here, cobblestone makes sand. It also has a 10% chance of making gravel. I don't want the machine to clog up with gravel, so I have the yellow output on the left side of the machine. Gravel will go into this box. Pretty cool. Why do I want to make sand, you may be wondering? Well, sand now goes into the induction smelter, and the induction smelter will take one piece of sand and 2 dusts to make ingots. See? 1 sand, 2 iron ingots with a chance of slag. Now, the green side is on the left, so the sand comes in. The purple side is on the right, and on the right side of that machine is another pulverizer. So I can put in, for example, 1 piece of copper. The pulverizer will pulverize it. It'll eject the dusts out the red side of the machine, which will automatically go into the induction smelter, which will then put my copper ingots in the box. Pretty cool. So this set of 4 machines along with this box, you can see when I pulverize copper I have a chance of getting gold. Let's find it here real quick. This will probably be an easier way to do it. Yep. So pulverizer has a 5% chance of getting gold. So the yellow side of the pulverizer comes out into this box. And the reason I did that is because you can only smelt 2 dusts at a time in the induction smelter. If you put in 1 dust, it'll just get clogged up. Nothing will happen, and the machine comes to a halt. See, nothing happens. Now, I simply output it to this box on the right-hand side, and every so often I'll go in and collect the extra dust, smelt what I can, and then the ingots will happily end up in this box. I have a hopper on top, which will allow me to drop in multiple ore, which will then feed into the pulverizer, get smelted, go into the box, and it'll take the next set of ore, pulverize it, smelt it, put it into the box. I'll show that to you right here. So I loaded all the gold into the machine. The gold is being pulverized. The other ores are just being held in the hopper. Once all the gold is pulverized, there'll be room in the pulverizer for a new type of ore. In that case, lead ore should go in. You'll probably see that happen in just a second. Yep, there you go. The hopper's put in the lead ore with no interaction on my part. It'll then go into the induction smelter, get smelted, and end up in this box. Now, a byproduct of smelting in the induction smelter is slag, and slag is used to make rock wool. Rock wool works exactly like normal wool. It looks exactly like it, however it is not flammable. You can't burn it. So this is good if you want to make decorative blocks, color your house, make rugs, that sort of thing, without having to worry about getting your house burned down or having your pixel art get burnt up into nothing. Yep. You can smelt it also into a normal furnace if you want, or put it into a powered furnace. Over here I have a powered furnace. This will allow me to smelt things that don't work in the induction smelter, for example glass. So I can just put some sand in the hopper on top, it'll go into the powered furnace, get smelted into glass, and come out on the right side. How cool is that? And finally, I have these 2 machines, which are my magma crucible and liquid transposer. Those are used if we want to make some liquid redstone to fill up more conduits, or make some lava. You can melt, for example, sand or cobblestone. There we go. You can melt cobblestone in the magma crucible and it'll make lava. It's pretty expensive. It takes 20,000 Minecraft joules to make 1 bucket of lava. But you can see for only 4,000 Minecraft joules you can melt netherrack. Nice. You can also melt stone or obsidian. Seems a little counterproductive to melt obsidian since you had lava in the first place to make it. But hey, there it is. You can turn your excess snow into water. Seems a little silly, but it's definitely an option for you. And again, redstone to making those nice conduits and energy cells. So when this makes its lava, it'll go into the liquid transposer, and if I had a bucket, I could use it to make a bucket of lava. And then dump it on a creeper, or on your best friend, whatever you want to do with it. So yeah, that's pretty much how my little machine shop works. This should all be done, and there's all my ingots from smelting them down automatically here in this little box. Easy as that. I got 2 extra gold, so I can just take this by hand, put it directly into the smelter. Nice. 2 more ingots of gold. That's pretty cool. Okay, so last time I promised you I would show you what these items are for. So let's go and do that. Okay, this is my enchanting room, which you've seen before, and I also have a few things over here, which I'm going to demonstrate now. Take one stick, one gold nugget, one shard. We make a wand of the apprentice. This is the very first item you need in Thaumcraft. Without this, you can't do anything else. You'll notice by default it's uncharged, but when you first craft it and put it in your inventory, it'll charge up pretty quickly. Now, using it on any item will drain some charge, but it'll refill itself every time, so it won't ever wear out or break. The first thing you want to do when you get this wand is click on the bookcase. Pow! What did that do? Well, it made the Thaumcraft. The Thaumcraft is your guide, basically in-game guide to Thaumcraft. So right-click, open it on up. It'll present you with a big list of things. You should probably read all this stuff. It talks about infused ore. Those are the magic ores that we found that we got those little crystals from. Flux, when magic goes wrong. The aura is all around you. So you probably want to read all this stuff, check it out. For now, I'm just going to make a couple more things. This, when you put two of these are tables. You can look up how to craft those. Very easy, just some wood and slabs. When you put two of them together and click on it, it'll make... that didn't work. When you make one of them, I suppose... Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I made a small error there. If you have one table here, and you click on it with your wand, it'll turn it into this arcane crafting table. This is used for crafting a lot of the recipes in Thaumcraft. We don't know any recipes currently, so we can't craft anything. But you'll notice your wand lays on top of it. It's a nice little kind of raised up above the surface. That's a pretty cool effect. You take your wand back out. Oops, throw it on the ground. If you have two tables set up next to each other, 1, 2, then you can click on them with the scribing tools, which are made with feather. I may need a crafting table for this. Nope. Okay, scribing tools. 1 feather, 1 ink, 1 glass bottle. Take that, click it on it. Now you have a research table. This is where you do your Thaumcraft research. There's a little slider here, cursory or thorough, and that'll affect the % chance of losing whatever you're researching. To research, you're going to need some paper to put in the slot, which I don't have any of. And then you'll need items. For example, stone. If you want to research stone, if you hold shift and mouse over it, it has two kind of rock-looking things, which is the aspect of it. And each item has its own aspect. Cobblestone, for example, has this green one and the brown one as well. Sand has, I think that is dirt. Carrots have a couple different things. Charcoal has 3 things. So when you put these over here, for example, it'll tell you what each one is. Lignum, wood, forest, and tree. Igneous, fire, heat, and burn. Potentia, power, energy, strength. Now, let me get a little bit of paper real quick. I'll show you how the research works. So, yep, sugar canes. Craft a little paper. Okay, that'll do for now. Take it back to my research table. Put the paper in. And click research. Now it'll give you an unknown at first until you research it some more. So some aspect, one of these 3 aspects is this aspect here, and we don't have any idea what the research is. If we knew what it was, it will tell you when you mouse over here, and this will have words and stuff on it. So you have to keep researching. Okay, so this is something with fire, and we can see we have 50% of our research complete. So let me put in another piece of charcoal. You can see I lost it after I clicked a couple times. There's a chance every time you research, and it depends again on the slider what the percentage is, but you may lose the item you're researching. So keep that in mind if you're researching something valuable, and don't cry when you lose it. Charcoal is cheap though, so now we can see Igneous. We have got it 100% complete, and now there's a new unknown aspect. These 3 are still kind of bright colored, which means it could be either Potentia or Lignum. So to rule it out, you keep searching. Okay, so now that this is dulled out, we know that Lignum is not this aspect. You search again. Oop, Potentia. There we go. So this other guy here is Potentia. Now, the research is 35% complete, and it's for night ore, which means when we fully research this potentia, yep, we have another aspect we don't know anything about yet. 50% complete. So we have two aspects. Let's go ahead and max this guy out. Yep. Potentia, Igneous, Obscurus. 60% complete. So when we max this guy out, it'll probably be 100% completed research. And now you can see some of the words on it. It's a little hard to read behind the icons, but it'll give you some tips. This glowing flame seems to be fueled by magic itself. So it could be something glowing, like, for example, torch has a glow aspect on it. If we put a torch over here, we can see lux, light, brightness, day. Or it could be something magic, like could be probably not water or crops, but anyways, you get the idea. Just keep researching. Oops, we know that it can't be this item anymore because Igneous and Potentia are 100% and not lignum, so charcoal will not get us any more on this item. Let's try torches, for example, lux. We'll see what happens. Oops, lost a few torches. Yep, there we go. Our last aspect is lux. We can just keep clicking on this until it's 100%. You may have to click a lot. Boom, done. Now we have our discovery. So take these torches out, take the discovery out, and now you simply put your discovery in your hand, read it, and boom, research complete. Night ore. I should have actually hovered over that last screen a little longer, but you can go here and check it out. Flames seem to be fueled by magic itself. The number of uses for an ever-burning flame seems endless. Now, this is an icon of a cauldron. You need a magical cauldron to actually craft the night ore. How do you make a magical cauldron? Well, you may guess. First you make a normal cauldron, which is iron. I don't have enough iron, but I should have some more in my machines downstairs. I'm just going to pick that up real quick. Yep, more iron. Now, craft iron cauldron, just upside down pants. Okay. Put the cauldron down somewhere, and now I believe you merely click on it what you want. Pow. Now you have a magical cauldron. The way this cauldron works is, first you need to fill it with water. So I'm going to grab a bucket of water and be right back. Okay, so now I've got my bucket of water. You simply click on the crucible, and now it has some water in it. But you need to also heat it up. So there's two ways of doing that. You can either put lava underneath it, which is kind of dangerous if you have wood around, for example. That's far enough away it won't burn, but if you have wooden walls, for example, in your house, or wooden floors, it can be dangerous. The other option is also dangerous. You can place a netherrack below it. I believe it's 2 blocks below it, and then ignite it on fire. And if we wait, the cauldron will start bubbling. Yep. And that means you can toss items into the cauldron to get their essence. So let's fix my floor. Okay. Now, looking back in our Thaumcraft, if we want to make night ore, we need the following. We need crucible. We have that. We need 4, it's a little hard to see, 4 units of Igneous, 6 units of Lux, and 4 units of Potentia. Okay, so let's look in our inventory and see what we have. Charcoal gives us 2 Igneous and 2 Potentia, as you can see by putting it into your research table. 2 Potentia, 2 Igneous. This number 1 means you're getting a bonus from the area around it for research purposes. It doesn't apply to the crucible. I assume we get a number 1 here extra Igneous because we have a fire nearby. We weren't getting that before, but now that we placed the fire, we get a bonus Igneous. So that's a little trick you can use to increase your research. But, yep, now we have 2, so it's increasing even more. In the meantime, we know that each piece of charcoal gives us 2 Potentia and 2 Igneous. And we know also, from earlier, that each torch gives us 1 Lux. So, look in our Thaumcraft again for night ore. 4 Igneous, 4 Potentia, that's 2 pieces of charcoal, and then 6 torches will give us the items we need to make one piece of night ore. So, let's make some night ore. 6 torches, simply throw them into the crucible, they'll melt, they're gone, destroys the item, and we need 2 pieces of charcoal. Whoosh, gone. Now once you put the correct components in, you simply right click it, right click the crucible with your wand, and pow, we made a night ore. Check that out. What can night ore be used for? Well, I believe it is a source of light. And my roof is on fire. Awesome. Yep. I guess it was not far enough away after all. No big deal. We'll just put it out really quick. Probably. Should probably put the yeah, I'm on fire. Put the cauldron out in the house itself. Yep, burnt the floor up. No problem, we can repair that. Okay. Hopefully everything is not burning anymore. Nice. Obviously I'm going to need to move my crucible somewhere else, or replace my roof with something a little less flammable, and the floor also. Yeah, nice. Okay, so I'm going to take care of that off camera, and we'll be back. Okay, so now I've replaced my floor that I burnt up with something a little less flammable. I think it should be okay now to light my cauldron. I don't think it'll burn. I don't think it can burn here. I think the reason the roof caught on fire is because the floor here caught on fire, and that ignited the roof. So I'm going to say it's probably safe. We'll find out. Okay, light the cauldron again. Gonna put a piece of stone back down. Okay. All good, I hope. If not, it's just a roof. Yeah. Okay, so we have a piece of night ore. What is a night ore? Night ore is a magical light. You can place it down in the world. Makes a pretty cool effect when you do that. Nice. It's a little glowing light. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. You can put it on walls, you can put it on the ceiling, you can pick it back up with a pick, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's like a torch, I suppose. There we go. Nice. You can also just break it with your hand apparently, and yeah, pretty awesome. I don't know if you can do anything else with them. It doesn't seem to be any uses for it, but when you do some more research, maybe you'll find some options for it. So I think I'll be using these in place of torches, as they look a lot more magical and just, you know, a lot cooler. Torches are kind of boring. Glowing orb things, awesome. Yeah. Another thing I wanted to show you guys is I've started a mine shaft here. Originally I just dug straight down in a one wide tunnel, putting ladders down. Now I'm clearing it out, making a much nicer looking spiral staircase down. Torch fixtures is a nice touch. I'll probably replace these torches now with night ore. Since I have it, I may put a maybe a cobblestone wall or something underneath it to like it's suspended. Yep, and just made a little drift mine. Here's how I do my mining for diamonds. Show you guys this pretty quickly. Found some ores there on my way down. Okay, so what I do is I dig down to level 11, which you can see right below the mini-map on the right, and then I dig tunnels every 2 blocks high. 1, 2, 3, every 4th block. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 blocks between it. 1, 2, 3, oh, every 4th. And then I go straight down, however many blocks you want to go. I put torches every 10 blocks or so to illuminate. I haven't gotten this coal yet because I was pretty high level at the time. And then when you get to the end, you just dig over and you'll find your next tunnel. So I usually just write down my coordinates, that way I can see where I'm at, and I just repeat the same pattern over and over. I've gone a bit further that way. Yep, and you'll find quite a few diamonds. I found 14 in the span of maybe 10 or 15 minutes digging this out. You end up going through a lot of picks. I recommend early on using these survivalist pickaxes, because when you use them up, they break into a broken pick. Instead of just losing your tool, you get a broken pickaxe back. Now, what can you do with a broken pickaxe? I will show you very shortly once I get back to my base. And I'll dig this, I'll put the spiral all the way down. It's quite a few blocks left, so I'll be doing all that work off of camera. Don't mind me, just running around with some brains in my hand. No big deal. So, what we have here is broken pickaxe. And the same way with the survivalist shovel, it's made just like a normal shovel, only upside down with a bronze ingot. These guys, once you have the carpenter, which is a machine from forestry I'll be making next, you can turn your broken pickaxe into 2 bronze ingots. So you basically get 2/3 of the ingots back out. Nice, you don't waste any materials. The shovel, on the other hand, you get the whole ingot back. So 1 broken shovel makes 1 ingot, which you can use to make a shovel again. So with just 1 bronze ingot, you can make as many shovels as you want, one by one. So you see I have one here that's almost broken. I'll take it out for you guys, and should only have 1 hit left. So if I dig this, yep, broken. For some reason it's giving me 2, I don't know why. It seems like it's a bug, it shouldn't duplicate them like that. So I've been simply taking the extra, tossing it as a cactus here, just to destroy it. So it should really only give you 1 broken shovel. So I've simply been doing that until that bug is fixed. Maybe it's fixed in a newer version of forestry, I'm not sure. And the same way with a pickaxe, it will give you 2. So I guess if you're unscrupulous, you could make a bunch of tools, break them, and in theory duplicate bronze ingots in a really slow way. So if you're that desperate, more power to you. So you can see I've gone through a lot of shovels. I think I've gone through 5 or 6 pickaxes. I see I have 2 here I haven't quite broken yet. So yeah, that's pretty cool. So I think my next projects, now that I've got my Thaumcraft research set up and my machine set up to duplicate my ores, or double my ores rather, I think I'm going to be working on the village. I mean, these villagers have lived in this tiny little cage for long enough. I'm going to basically be flattening down the area all around down to this level. So I'm going to take this up to the cliff, flatten it down to this level, all the way up into this area. I want to make these cliffs look nice. I'll destroy all of these houses here. I want to take these houses out as well, basically make it down. Oh, hi zombie. That guy. Oops, broke my sword. Oh, there it is. Another zombie. Now I've broken my sword. So yeah, I'm going to take the whole level the ground down, make it nice and flat. I'll still have a little bit of a hill slope near the cliffs. I won't make them pure vertical cliffs, I'll make it nice and neat. I've got a lot of work to do where that building is. And probably go on over at least to the extent of my farms. Punch a spider, I guess. Yeah, basically where the edge my sheep pens are. Then I'll start slipping it down a bit down to the ocean area. So that'll be a rather large project. I'll do most of it off camera between episodes, but you guys will see some progress each episode. I think I'm probably going to wrap up here. This episode's getting a little long. Covered a lot of stuff. Hope it was informative and useful to you guys. And we will see you next time. Oh, just one more thing. Since it's dark now, I can show you how much light the night orb puts out. Let's find some area here. Just put it down. Bam. Yep. Just like a torch. It's got a nice light effect to it. Might glass it in with some glass or iron bars or something and make it look like a kind of a trapped fire spirit. You can do a lot of cool things with that. So, alright. Thanks for watching.